It's really rewarding when you're able to say, hey, we got your prescription in. The joy that you can hear in their voice, it really is fulfilling. Hi, I'm Audrey, and this is a day in the life of a pharmacy technician. Come along. Parkside Pharmacy, how can I help you today? So the first thing that I do to start my day is I go into my electronic queue here and I type all the prescriptions that we've received from the doctor's offices. As pharmacy technicians, we are the middleman between the patient and the doctor's offices. We have to communicate with both and make sure that the patient is getting what they need while also keeping them informed on the process. Hi, my name is Audrey. I'm calling with Parkside Pharmacy for the owner of Oliver. We received a new prescription from the vet's office and we just had a few things to go over with you first before we got started on it. There's a few skills that are really important to be a pharmacy technician. I would say number 1 above all is communication, number 2 attention to detail, and number 3 flexibility. So our order has come in for the day. This one is pretty small this time, but we have a few other boxes coming in a little bit later. This was actually the first job that I did on my first day. The person training me dumped out the order for me and had me sticker it, and it took me so long because I didn't know what anything was. So after completing the pharmacy course through my high school, I was able to be qualified to take the board exam to become a pharmacy technician and get my license. Because pharmacy technicians are in demand, some places may actually pay for you to take those courses and get your license. I was first introduced into the entry level just filling prescriptions. Then I was able to broaden out, answer phone calls, actually type the prescriptions that are coming in instead of just filling them. Mostly, I'm actually the filling technician. I'm only T1 on Mondays and Wednesdays, but aside from that, it's pretty same 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. When I was in high school, my guidance counselor actually was the one that suggested pharmacy for me. She said that there was a need and that it wasn't too difficult to get into and was actually pretty fun. So it's 11 o'clock, so now our delivery driver is here. I'm gonna give him my last delivery and then I'm gonna double check with the lab and make sure they don't have any more that need to go out. Hi, Bobby.
Hey, thank you.
Of course. One of the biggest challenges is helping people understand what's going on with their health. A lot of the times people are not educated in what goes on in a pharmacy, and then also insurance when things aren't covered. It's really hard to explain that to people sometimes, and you have to be able to connect with them and help them feel secure. Okay, perfect. And then were there any changes from the last bill? I am printing out the medication pamphlet so they know what they're taking, side effects, stamp it with the pharmacist consult so they can talk with the pharmacist when they come pick it up. And then I move it over here for my technician to fill for me. Picking up today?
Yeah, I got a text that I had a prescription ready for my mom.
Yeah, what was her date of birth? Do you have any questions for the pharmacist?
Nope, that'd be it.
Okay, sounds great. Of course, have a good rest of your day. Take care. To fill a prescription on this handy dandy icon, we scan the barcode, and then that's gonna come up with the NDC of the drug. So it's taking an image every time we hit done, so we have a record that we filled everything for that amount. Sometimes people request easy cap, so that basically means we flip it around to make it easier for them to open the vial. What really keeps me coming back to this job is the fulfillment from really helping someone out. There's nothing that compares to that. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye. I find that I'm able to really further my career by just asking questions to my coworkers, and of course, if I don't know what to do, asking them for their help and not just having them do it for me, but having them show me. That's how I really like to learn. One of my favorite parts here in our pharmacy is actually we have this window right here into the lab. So the patients can actually sit while they're waiting for their prescriptions and watch their medications being compounded. This is where I want to work one day. I will go ahead and put that one in for a refill. We'll give you a call as soon as it's ready. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Hey, Michelle.
Yes.
Did you print a prescription for Sadie?
I did.
I prepare for the next day by making sure my inventory is in check, making sure that our most commonly used drugs we have in stock, and if not, I go ahead and order them for the next day. I like to make sure that my shelves are looking nice and clean, making sure any new drugs we get are going behind the ones that are already opened or the older ones. First thing I do when I get home is I definitely rest my feet a little bit. I like to relax with my iced coffee and my favorite podcast on the drive home. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Indeed's channel and we will see you next time. Definitely sit in silence for a little bit because it can be so loud and so much talking here. I need to sit with myself, okay, as the phone calls.